Welcome Indian Creek pre-algebra students. This is Mr. Roush with your 12-1 lesson, the Pythagorean Theorem. So the Pythagorean Theorem basically deals with right triangles. So here's a right triangle, here's your 90-degree angle. The two parts that meet perpendicular and form that right angle are called your legs. And those are going to be A and B. Doesn't matter which side's A, which side's B, just as long as those are your legs. Now your hypotenuse is the side that is opposite the 90-degree angle. So your hypotenuse is always going to be your C, and it's always going to be your longest side. Now the formula for the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is just a formula that the old man Pythagoras just figured out, and it is always true for all right angles. So for example, all we have to do is just plug in our numbers. So if we have a right triangle that looks like this. So these are our legs, and that's my hypotenuse. So if we had like this was 7 and this is 24, we can figure out what C is if we know two of them. So by using my calculator, we're going to plug this in for our A. So 7 squared plus, this is going to be our B, plus 24 squared equals C squared. So using your calculator, you're going to do 7 squared, 49, plus 24 squared is 576, equals C squared. Now we have to combine, or add those numbers up. So 576 plus 49 is 625 equals C squared. Now to get do the opposite, the inverse operation of squaring something, you have to take the square root, and you must do that to both sides. So the square root of C squared is C, and the square root of 625 is 25. So we just found the hypotenuse to be 25. So if you want to try another one, you can do the same exact formula. You could pause this video whenever you want to write down the examples, take notes. I would definitely take notes on this diagram here. So your legs are your A and B, and your hypotenuse is your C. And you will always use your A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So if we have a right triangle, let's just say where we know what our C is. Our C is always opposite the hypotenuse. That's your C, and these are your A and B. Those are your legs. So if your C is 15 and your B is 12, we need to find out what A is. So we're just going to plug these numbers into this formula. So we don't know what A is, so we're just going to do A squared plus, now we know B is 12, but it's got to be 12 squared, equals, your C is 15, so 15 squared. Now what you're going to have to do here is do the math. Draw your line in the middle. A squared plus 144 equals 225. Now since we're solving for A, we need to use the inverse operation to get rid of this positive 144. So we're going to subtract 144 from both sides. So now that's 0, so A squared equals 81. So now we have to take the square root to do the opposite of squaring something. So A equals 9. So we found out A is 9. So you can go ahead and try the your turn, and then we have one more problem that I'm going to help you out with. And that's when we have a 3D shape, but that'll be on the next video. So if you have any questions, please email me or reach out to me. I'll be in school all day. Enjoy your days off and stay safe.